A big week for Arsenal and a big win to start it, and their third successive away win in the North London derby for the first time since the 87-88 season, and it pops them back into second in the table after 4 games. Crucially, 2 points behind the champions Manchester City, who of course they play 1 week from now. City the only team left with a 100% record. Spurs left to reflect on, and just 1 win now in 8 Premier League meetings against Arsenal, yet again unable to find the breakthrough. We'll come to them in a moment, but there's the hero, the Brazilian Gabriel, with that goal after 64 minutes. How big a goal for a game you said they had to win, they have won.
Massive, massive goal, fantastic performance from him. In fact, the old back four, I thought Timber was fantastic, same with Saliba. I thought that Tottenham almost played into their hands a bit. They weren't playing the ball fast enough, they weren't playing through the lines, they weren't, even when they got the crosses in, they weren't great crosses, they cut out everything. I thought they were very much in control for a team that didn't really have that much control in the midfield, which I thought they would have with Jorginho and Thomas Partey. But in the end, I think we deserved that. Arsenal deserved to win that.
Statement win without 2 key players for Arsenal?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the big question. 2 big hitters who have performed so well for them missing. How would they cope? There's your answer. Without playing particularly well, or having to play particularly well, the impressive thing about him and his team was how hard they were to beat, how good they were defensively. Yeah, they had all the right answers. I thought Tottenham were really poor again in forward positions, very much like they have been for most of this season, certainly at Leicester, Newcastle, and again today. They couldn't get past that back four, in particular him, who was outstanding.
Did Spurs give their fans enough there today, Glenn?
No, what I was disappointed more than anything was when they go 1-0 down. You're at home with all the fans there. The reaction was poor. It really was. They just kept plodding away. There was a bit of desperation in their play in the end, and there wasn't, like Alan just said, there wasn't enough creation in that last third. Any cross that went in just found an Arsenal man. There was no movement. There was no patterns of play. They've got to make more movement off the ball when teams bank in against them to try and get in and seek in behind that defence, like City do, on the edge of the 18-yard box. Spurs found that very, very difficult today. They created some chances, of course. They came out second half on the front foot. But you know what? Sometimes, you know, we look in the modern-day game how a team have won a game with the way they've played, with the flair, going forward, fullbacks. Their fullbacks, Arsenal's fullbacks today didn't go over the halfway line. They didn't have to. They were solid, and I think they wanted to go there and play this that way. If we score at the other end, what we're going to be is solid here today. Our back four is not going to get dismantled. It's going to stay intact. And you know what? They won it. Yes, Gabriel got the goal, but they've won it because of the way they've defended.
I think with when you look at this Arsenal side and what they've been through the last couple of years, that was the kind of performance that was a very experienced performance in respects of, yes, missing 2 really integral players. But again, you know, like I said at the start, the defence is playing so well. You probably can get away with a Jorginho and a Thomas Partey. You need a little bit more up front, but I thought they dug in well because it's a new mentality what they've got. This Mikel Arteta side is not going to go there and not put that kind of performance in.
Yep, 6 away wins in a row. Let's see the North London derby smile from you. There we go. Ian Wright, a very happy man. Arsenal into second. Stay with us, all the reaction.
Congratulations to you both. Gabriel, looked like special celebrations with the fans at the end there.
Yeah, I'm so happy. We know it's a difficult game. It's a big derby. And, yeah, we're so happy to win here. And, yes, let's enjoy this game. Let's enjoy now.
What did it mean to score that winning goal?
It meant a lot because I'm so proud to the team, and when I have difficult time in the game, and yeah, we scored with a corner, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Goal, but also a clean sheet. Jorginho, you've come in today and been part of a huge team defensive effort. Just how hard have you had to work out there this afternoon?
Yeah, we had to work really hard, as you saw, but we knew it was going to be a difficult game. When you have these days that you need to work really hard, we know that we can count on each other, on our teammates, and that's what we do. One more that we stick together, and at the end, the pay work off, and we so happy that we won, and I'm so happy for this guy that he scored a winning goal.
With so many key players missing today and a change in shape as well, How much of it was patience this afternoon, trusting in the process and the work you've done on the training ground this week?
Yeah, that's what I said, that we know that we can count on each other. Now we have this situation that is missing key and important players for us, but we have a total team, the whole squad, and we know that whoever is going to come on is going to be ready to help the team. And as you saw today, everyone was ready, and I think we are really proud of the team and happy.
Well, congratulations to both of you. It's a great team performance, but Gabriel, you are the player of the match. Well done.
Of course, well done. Congratulations, my friend. Another one.
Thank you, guys. Let's enjoy.
Of course he is. It's a day to remember for Gabriel. Let's have a look at the all-important header then, and yet another set-piece goal and corner goal from Arsenal.
Yeah, since he's come in, the set-piece coach, I think he's scored 42 goals since 2021. The delivery, obviously, is fantastic, but the movement from him here, very surprised with Romero. It feels very easy for a defender of his calibre to be moved out like that. I actually thought that, it could have even been a foul, but not enough maybe, but that seems very simple. And when you look at the proximity to the goal, to where he's headed it in, it's very, very easy goal for Arsenal to score.
Yeah, it wasn't a foul. There's not enough in it. If Romero chooses to go over, then the referee's got a decision to make. But whilst he stood up, and there was no way they were going to change his mind with the VAR or anything like that. It's not enough to overrule that. It was great movement. There was one player who really, really wanted to get on the end of that, and there was one player that was happy to be shoved off it.
And from Tottenham's point of view, to be undone in this kind of area, not a blistering goal, not an end-to-end counter-attack goal, will be a huge frustration, Glenn.
Well, yeah, I mean, they must know that Arsenal are good from set plays. They've decided there. Last year it was zonal from corners. This year it's slightly changed. They've gone man for man on danger men like Gabriel, and whoever's been designated to mark him, do your job. Do your job, not what Romero's done. And then there's other players now doing a little bit of a zonal. Last year it was solid, 4 of them across there, and they got caught out. For me, the goalkeeper's got an Achilles heel here, because other clubs have seen it. Any ball in that in-swinging area, into that 6-yard box, I'm not sure he can come. There's too many bodies there, but his intent is to go back. He's never looking to come out. Look, he's involved in the sort of battle-up. He's got to detach himself away from that and think to himself, where is my intent? My intent is his body's always going backwards. He's got to come and punch some of them balls. Not necessarily that one, that's a bit different, but this is big. They've played that corner because time and time again he's conceded, or he flapped at one in the first half. If I remember, a corner came over and he said he didn't touch it. It wasn't convincing. And that's an Achilles heel he's got particularly. He's a good shot stopper, but he has got to come and make himself more physical, come and get more balls, come and punch. You ain't got to catch it. There's lots of bodies. Clear the area. And until he does, they're going to concede even more goals.
Brilliant header. I mean, there are so many different things. The ball has to come in first of all, then his movement, and then the timing of his jump to get away from the defender, and then the connection. It's a magnificent header. It really is. The desire to get on the end of it and shove everything, get out the way. I'm coming and I'm going to get on the end of it, and no one's going to stop me. It's a superb header.
But that's the problem. You can't be unopposed.
That's right.
If your goalie's not coming, you cannot be unopposed.
3 of Arsenal's last 4 goals against Tottenham have come from corners.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, then you've got to do your homework, and you've got to make sure that you're focused in on that scenario, because you know you're going to concede some corners, and that's the case. Romero, I don't know where he was. He just switched off completely. You cannot allow a free header from inside the 6-yard box from a corner. No way. I don't care what era of football you're in. You cannot allow that.
And 15 Premier League goals for Gabriel. 10 of those have been headers.
Yeah, well, again, you look at what he's capable of in both boxes, with his defending, and once he gets in the box. And then, Steve, it comes down to the delivery. Saka's delivery was absolutely on point there. And, that's why Arsenal scored so many goals, because they work so much on them. They work a lot on those set pieces, and they know in games like this it might be the difference, and it was today.
When you go one behind against this Arsenal team, you've got to do something special to get back, because it's very, very tough. They've got the best back 4 in the Premier League. There's no doubt about that. The way they operate, the way they work, the way they're protected. I mean, Spurs just didn't have an answer today, not for the first time this season, but in the end, this just ended up lumping balls into the box, which are food and drink to these two centre-halves, you know. They're big, they're strong, they don't mind a battle. In fact, they love a battle and a challenge. And they just got rid of everything that came into the box. They were absolutely magnificent.
Psychologically, to go and win without Wright and Ødegaard, two huge players who, as we mentioned, never, ever miss a Premier League game.
Yeah.
What will that do to the whole group?
Well, not only for the whole group, but for them too as well, because obviously they are arguably our best two players alongside Saka. Well, Saliba. With Saliba, I'm going to go on now. But like, obviously, them looking in, you need the team to be winning without your best, because, like I said at the start, you're looking to challenge Man City, and you have to challenge Man City sometimes without your best. And I'm not saying we played unbelievably there, but we got it done simply because the defence is so good and the set pieces are so good. So we've won that game, and two aspects of our game that's improved over the last few years, and that is what's won us that game today.
OK, let's get some Tottenham reaction. Here is their captain, Heung-min Son.
I'm sure you're hurting. A third consecutive defeat here to your rivals. How do you sum up your performance this afternoon?
I think football was there. We dominated the game, and it's just the lack of the details. And yeah, we considered last season in the set pieces 2 goals, and like today, so also we consider set pieces. That's all details that in the big games change the results. And yeah, it's really frustrated and it's painful results. And I'm sure the fans are also very, very disappointed. And yeah, I think we gotta improve. Obviously, definitely, yeah, 100%, and yeah, we gotta move on. And in a tough moment, we have to stick it together.
I suppose a familiar feeling. You've said there 2 common themes. It's another game where you've had a lot of shots, not managed to score, and conceded from a set piece. Does the responsibility lie with the players? How do you see it?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think because it's until we are getting in the final set, and we are getting right shots and right decision. But I think player has to take responsibility, because it's to get it there is I think most hardest part. So, and we gotta be really sure in the training and in the game that we have to make sure that we are making a right decision and be more clinical.
It's a similar theme to what we've seen in every game from Tottenham. People saying they've got to be more.
Leicester. Certainly Leicester, certainly Newcastle, certainly today. Certainly Leicester, certainly Newcastle, certainly today. Yeah, I mean, they had possession. A lot of it was sideways, backwards. And they did have a lot of ball in the final third, but their lack of quality, their lack of final cross or final pass or final effort at goal, we've seen it too many times already this season. And that's something they're going to have to work on, because that has to improve, because teams will say, OK, we'll let you have the ball because you're not going to ask enough questions of us. And that's what's happened. It's happened today, and as I said, in the other 2 games as well.
OK.